Yeah, so my first, go around when you're doing this and you're younger, you think, and it had to be your first go around was the same way. You think that your destination is the music, but it's just simply one of your tools. You think what makes you happy is making music, but that's not really the thing that will truly fill you with joy. It's being of maximum purpose, fulfilling your purpose, and being of maximum service. And that's what that's once we are truly living our purpose, not by our design, but by someone else's. Once that
Yeah.
starts happening, we truly know what it feels like to have this joy that I have right now, that you have right now. And speaking of that, I wanted you to tell us about some of the other projects that you had going on right now, Leon.
Well, something I'm very, very proud of. Like I told you earlier, I'm a two-time Vietnam veteran, 1968, 1969. I'm very proud of it.
Thank you for your
Uh,
service.
Thank you. And like we said this before, I'm a born again Christian and I'm proud of that. So that's why everything I got is God and country, and I'm very proud of it. But here last year, uh, Dr. David Godbold, he is the CEO and the founder of the Wounded Warrior program. And he's a wounded warrior himself. He's retired military and all that. But he founded this thing years and years ago. And so now they're doing a new project, and it's so they decided they're gonna put together 10 artists. I know Bill Anderson is one, Darius Rucker, Josh Turner,
Nice.
Lee Bryce, myself, Bill. I said Bill Anderson, didn't
Yes, sir.
I? Gosh, I can't remember. Uh, Gosh, I can't think of the name. I can't even think right now. But anyway, there's 10 of us, and we all wrote and went in and recorded a Wounded Warrior song. And so now what they've got it in Nashville, got it all put together. And Lee Willard, which is Bill Anderson's manager and producer for all these years, Lee Willard is putting together the Wounded Warrior album. And so it'll be coming out within the next few months. But anyway, they're putting that all together with the 10 artists. And then you remember the way they did years ago, they did We Are the World. They had a
Yes,
bunch of,
sir.
yeah, you know how big that thing
That
became?
stage was huge.
Yes. Well, what they did, they've got tons of money behind this thing. They are going to do the Wounded Warriors of the world. And all 10 of us artists will be doing just like they did then, filming this big video. We'll all be taking whatever song they come up with, we'll all be doing different lines in it, just like they
Yes,
did.
sir.
But then uh, on the album itself, they are releasing every artist on there once a month. They will release that artist's song, a Wounded Warrior song, to mainstream radio and everywhere to play it for the Wounded Warriors.
Nice.
And so every one of us will be going out with a Wounded Warriors thing. Then they're putting together, with those artists, they're putting together the Wounded Warriors tour. And we'll be hitting, I don't remember, they got it all laid out there, a ton. Military bases, places like where they got a hospital for Wounded Warriors. And we'll all be going in there doing a concert at a military base for the Wounded Warriors of that area, whatever, and meet, socialize with the Wounded Warriors and things. They're financing this whole big tour, and it's gonna be coming up. So I am honored and proud to be a part of that. And like I say, Dr. David Godbold, you can look him up. He's a powerhouse man,
Now,
and he's putting this whole thing together.
when is this coming into fruition?
They are putting the album. All the artists are we've already recorded, but they're putting the album, the Wounded Warrior album, together and artwork and all this kind of stuff as we're speaking. They're doing it now, and it's getting ready to come out. And then as soon as it's released, then the next project of doing the video will be coming into
So
start recording it.
we could have that and the tour and everything by the end of the year.
Oh
Yep.
yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's definitely yes.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing the reviews on that, seeing your video on CMT and everywhere you get the videos. I'm looking forward to that at big time. That is
I
great,
tell you,
man.
it was just a great idea, and they called, and they said, well, we know you're a Vietnam veteran, and da da da. Would you be interested? I said, yes, sir. And so they brought us all to Greenville, South Carolina here a while back. The artists, they brought us up there, and they told us the whole program and this, and that, the other, and there wasn't one of us in that room that said, no, I don't want to do it. Every one of them that was there, and so that's how it started.
That you guys are patriotic. You guys are about the country, and that's again these wounded warriors. They get forgotten a lot of times, and that's I'm speechless on this whole deal, man. That is amazing.
Thank you. And I'm proud and honored to be a part of it. That's all I can say. And I mean, and I know back whenever I came back from Vietnam, like I said, I did two tours, but you know, it got so bad to, back then, if you wore your uniform home, you could fly free. Military standby, they called it. If they had an open seat or something, you could get on it and fly for free. It got so bad back in the day. I flew a couple times. I said, I'm not doing. I'll pay my fare because they would actually spit at you, call you names, cuss you out, call you everything, and the book baby killers and whatever, whatever, whatever. And actually, people would actually even spit at you. And it wasn't real good back then for a hothead. And I stayed there. I said, I can't do that. I'll wind up in jail. And I wouldn't even wear my uniform because of it. And I'm so glad it's
I
changed now.
never understood because I'll go and ride here in the vehicle in Little Rock, Arkansas, where I'm from. You'll see Vietnam vets on the street, and kind of a lot of them trying to get funds and stuff. And I'm like, they treat them like crap. And
They do.
okay, what makes that? Why they treat them that way, but they don't treat people
That
that went to the
that's a
Gulf War
that
and
that's a well no that's a the problem is that generation is when our country went wrong, not our military.
Hmm.
Our whole country went wrong,
I just
and,
It
hate
did.
hate the fact that
that,
they're treated like
well,
third world citizens.
they weren't the only ones. The greatest generation of us ever was the World War II generation who started with less than nothing coming out of the Great Depression. And by the time they left their children with all these assets and all these things that they fought and accrued for, for their family. That generation he's talking about that had no respect for the
Mm-mm.
military, those who swore the oath, those were the same people who created the nursing home boom
Yeah,
that took the greatest generation of us and just stuck them away so they could get their assets. Okay.
exactly.
That
Yes.
whole that's where our country went wrong. It's not
Yes.
the military, not that man that stood there and
No,
swore an
I
oath
wasn't
and
thinking it was the military. I'm just trying to figure out why society
no,
looked at it that way.
but because no, it wasn't society. It was a single generation that had a horrible flaw happen, and that is you had a group of people who endured the Great Depression, survived it, survived World War II, and then they made the cardinal mistake. They tried to give their children what they never had
Right.
instead of showing their children how to achieve what they were never allowed to pursue. There's a fundamental difference. They gave their children what they never had. And so you ended up with this entire
They don't appreciate
generation.
anything.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Mm.
nothing. And that generation is where we tanked and we're still cleaning up that mess to this day.
We are. Exactly.
Well,
My
regardless of how they
soapbox, I'm stepping down off of it, but I know that to
well,
be
I'm glad you
firsthand.
cleared that up, man. But
Yes, sir.
again, regardless of what they say, spit on you, whatever, I respect what you did twice. Uh,
Yes, sir.
respect your time, man. I mean, we could literally go on for hours and probably not forget about anything to talk about, but I want to got to wrap up the interview and I want to know about that song, Lead Me Home. Give me a backstory on that. Tell us where that came from, and then we'll go ahead and play that song for the folks.
Well, sure. It was it's a 10-year-old song. Jamie Johnson had it out about 10 years ago. And I mean, I always liked it. But then the more I listen, it was written. Everybody thinks Jamie wrote it, but Jamie didn't write it. Randy Houser and Greg Mundy wrote that song. Jamie just recorded it 10 years ago. But then I, well, in fact, the business, I was getting inducted into the South Carolina Entertainers and Music Hall of Fame. By the way, I'm a Hall of Fame member here in South Carolina. It's a big thing. It goes to the governor's office.
You
It's a
deserve
really
that.
big thing. Yeah. And last year, I was inducted into it, and they had a big ceremony down at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Mm.
And so they wanted me, you know, after I got inducted, they wanted me to, of course, to do Hurricane, and then they wanted me to do another song. Well, I don't know what possessed me to do it. I've never done it live, anything, just sitting around the house, because I just always loved the song. I don't know what possessed me to do it at my induction to Hall of Fame in Myrtle Beach to a sold out house down there. I pulled a stool up and I did it on a stool. Lead me
Mhm.
home. And people were crying. And they had a bunch of the beauty contests, these ladies in beauty pageant thing.
Yes, sir.
There were several of them, they were over there just crying. And I said, man, this song just hit home. It just, the whole auditorium got silent. And
When you
it
did
was
it,
just, yeah, and
when you did it, when you did it, that was
it
the
was,
connection.
I did it so different, Jamie Johnson. I do it,
Mhm.
You made
I
it
did
your
it
own.
acoustic. I did, yeah, I made and I did it acoustically. I said, man, that thing even touched me. I don't know, and I've never done it live before. So we started doing it live, and every show it has the same effect every time. I said, I'm recording that song. Yes,
You
I know
hit
it's a
on
cover,
something.
but I am recording it. And
You
and
hit on
so
it,
it
man.
and it just and they said, well, are you gonna do the big voices and all and the choir light? And I said, nope, I'm gonna keep it acoustic all the way. And boom, there it went. And it's out now.
Well, let's give it a listen. Lead Me Home. Leon, cannot express enough how I appreciate you hanging out with me and Uncle Rhino today. We are definitely going to have to get you back on here. Um, it was a pleasure, bro.
It's my honor and my pleasure to you know finally meet you, Rob. I see you now. And Uncle Rhino, you're a hoot, brother. And
Well,
that's all I got to say. And hey, if you want to know more about me, just get on Facebook, just plain out Leon Everett, and follow me. Y'all follow my career. You can find out all the stuff that's going on with the Wounded Warrior Project, all, and just follow me on just Leon Everett. Don't put Leon Everett music. Just put Leon Everett, and
you
follow me.
got a website?
Yes, sir, I sure do. And by the way, my book you can go on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. It's Leon Everett, the good, the bad, and the blessed. And you can order it on leoneverettmusic.com. And like I say, and just or follow me on Facebook or message me. You can message me, Leon Everett. Uh, and
Do you
you can
answer
order it
your
from
own
us.
messages?
We'll send it out too. So the book is awesome, and I'm proud of the book. But anyway, uh, you guys, man, Rob, Uncle Rhino, you guys are just y'all done kind of stole my heart now. I just love y'all. I feel like I'm family, and I know I'm a part of the tribe now.
Well,
Yes,
you
sir.
were definitely part of the family, bro. You're like at the top of our family. What do you care?
And I am Indian too, so that makes me real. I'm
Hey,
in another
boy.
tribe now, buddy. I'm in
Yeah.
two tribes.
Well, it's
You had
it,
some great stories, man, and great life experiences, and I love the fact that you didn't mind talking about the hardships you did go through with the drinking and
The truth is the
all that
truth.
crap. But
I don't believe in sugarcoating nothing. I was what I was, and I mean, I don't. When they wrote the book, Rob, when they come down and they wrote this book, it took them a year and a half to write it. And they wrote this book. I said, don't sugarcoat nothing. I won't let you do it. I said, I want to know exactly who I was, what I was, how bad I was, what I did in the music business. I did the whole, I even told this in the book there where I went against the mafia. Ain't that kind of stupid? But I did. I went against the mafia when I ain't dead today. But
but
so
the thing you need to remember, you've come out on the other side much better,
I did.
man.
I
And
sure did.
we're proud to have you with the tribe.
I am tickled to death to be with the tribe.
You got
Yes,
anything
sir.
else, Rhino?
I think that ought to do it. We thank everybody for watching, and we want to thank Mr. Leon Everett for coming in and making this day a little bit more beautiful. Thank you for
Oh,
spending some of it with us, brother man.
thank you. God bless. And all you listeners out there, listen, I or Uncle Rhino or Rob or the tribe, nobody is anything without you. Y'all are number one. I am nothing. You know, I wouldn't be a Leon Everett way back then or even now if it wasn't for y'all. So God
Yep.
bless you. I love y'all. And all of you is my family. God bless.
Lead me home right here, Leon Everett.
Well, I have seen my last tomorrow, and I am holding my last breath. Goodbye, sweet world of sorrow. It's my new life begins at death. And I am standing on the mountain, and I can hear the angels' songs, and I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home.